Welcome to the Bean Pod. This is your place for all things stocks and crypto. From beginner tips to expert picks. Use this as fuel for your investing journey, because when you're in the know, your money will grow. All views expressed by speakers on the Bean Pod are solely their opinions. You should not treat any opinion expressed on the Bean Pod as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a specific strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. This podcast is for informational purposes only.
What's up, guys? This is Shane, aka the Jolly Green Investor.
And this is Josh, the Nifty Investor.
Welcome to the Bean Pod.
Thanks for joining us again, guys.
Today we're going to be talking about the crypto bull run. I feel like we're in such an important phase, about to enter what could be a super lucrative part of the bull run. So we're going to give you our opinions, our thoughts, and hopefully we can teach you guys a little bit about it.
Yeah, I hope you got your bags packed and your astronaut suit on because we're going to the moon.
Classic.
Well, what are some, I've been in crypto for a while now, since 2016, 2017. Been through the bull run in the past. So there's a few things that I've learned from maybe some previous mistakes and would love to share them with our listeners. I'm sure you have some guidelines that you like to follow as well during these times.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I kind of started investing in crypto just after the huge bull run of 2017, but from watching it and doing a lot of research over the past while, I've learned lessons and I've heard about other people's lessons. So, just covering things such as FOMO and FUD and taking profits and chasing and stuff like that. Yeah. So those are the kind of things I want to talk about. So
for sure. One thing that I really like to think about is it's not yours until it's yours. Meaning, you could be up 10, 20x on some of your investments, but it's still not in your bank account yet.
Yeah.
So it's really important to take profits, I think, on the run up. So just as though we always preach, in our Discord, the Beanstalk, to dollar cost average into positions, I think it's equally as important to dollar cost average out of positions as well. So you need to have a game plan.
Yeah,
and stick to it.
And so here's an example. So for example, if you bought Ethereum a year ago, you're in the green right now significantly, and I think things are going to be going really well for you probably over the next 3-4 months. So say you bought $1,000 worth of Ethereum. As things start to get really heated and everyone's asking about crypto and Ethereum's pumping, it's up 20%, it's up 15%, it's up 15%, your investment is compounding. That is the time, in our opinion, that you should be pulling out profits. And don't do it all at once. You should be pulling out, take 10% here, take 5% here, 15% here, dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. So when things are going parabolic and things are green, that's when you should be selling, as hard as it is and hard as to trick your brain into doing that. But that's kind of one of the basics of the bull run cycle. Take the profits when it's going green. As easy as it sounds, it's not that easy to do sometimes.
And the reason we do that is because nothing goes up forever. At some point, these will come back down. And you do want to have some money on the sidelines for those dips that do occur. And sometimes these dips will last a few years. Yeah. And that's when you can dollar cost average in again.
For sure. The whole point of this bull run that we're in right now, the 2020-2021 bull run, is so we can stack our bags to reinvest at the bottom of the bear market, whenever that is, and then ride it up again for the next bull market. And that's when you can make serious money. You might be able to move your account from 4 figures to 5 figures. If you're lucky, maybe 6 figures in this bull run. But if you take enough profits, that's when you can really get that fuck you money in the next bull run. You know what I mean?
And the other thing is too, is we're gonna give some of what we're looking for from a crypto Bible playbook, if you will. So you're gonna want to have some money on the sidelines for some of these, picks we're gonna bring out for our large caps and our mid caps as well. So
for sure,
having some money on the sidelines for that.
Definitely.
There's definitely some other lessons as well. Don't day trade.
Yeah.
Don't try to FOMO in and
never ends well.
It's just not, just don't. And right now there's so much FOMO happening. People think they're missing the boat and they're trying to set up their accounts and their wallets and they've never been in crypto before. This is a dangerous time to just start getting into Bitcoin.
For sure. This is when people get bagged.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think you definitely need to be careful with the FOMO.
Definitely. And it all boils down to having conviction in your investments. So if you put the time in and you've done the research on your investments, you don't feel the need to chase other investments. say, you're a Solana guy and you see Cardano going. Well, you don't need to sell your bag and chase Cardano on the way up. You've done the research into Solana. You know it's one of your favorite projects. So be happy for the Cardano gang and just chill and wait till it's Solana time. I mean, as we can see in the background here, it's already pumping. So it is our time. But it's just an example. Have conviction in your investments and don't chase, because just be happy for the other people that are making money on their investments. Doesn't mean you have to try to FOMO into those ones, because if it's already going up, really you don't want to go in at that time. You've missed that boat. So just chill with your investments, have conviction from the research that you put in, which is what we always preach.
And if you can have a bit of a strategy and maybe like have a game plan, write it out, put it on your computer, put it up on your wall somewhere. That way you can remove the emotions.
Yeah.
Because emotions will have you do some serious things that you wouldn't be otherwise doing, especially when you have money on the table. It multiplies your emotions. It makes them, even when you're angry, you're going to get even angrier. When you're happy, you're going to be even happier, know? So I think it's really important to have a plan and really stick to it and put somewhere that you can see it on the regular.
For sure. And it sounds simple, but a lot of people would never do that. And it's just like when you're playing poker, you lose a bad hand, you're on tilt, and that motherfucker is on tilt and he's going to just try to win that back. It's like they always say in investing, if you take a loss on an investment, don't try to make up that loss in your next trade. It's never going to happen. You're going to keep losing. You're going to keep losing because you're emotionally investing now, which you never want to do. Mm-hmm. And I've done it in my younger years. You buy a stock and it goes down, you sell out of it. You're like, I'm going to buy this risky stock because it's going to go up, and I'm going to forget about that loss. And then you lose that one too. It's mistakes that you have to make yourself really to learn and have it burned in on your brain. Yeah. But it's just important stuff that, hopefully you guys can learn from our mistakes.
Definitely.
And we can kind of shed some of our experience and maybe prevent it from happening to you in the future.
For sure. So Bitcoin's pumping right now. It's everywhere, right? CNBC, Bitcoin, go on TikTok, Bitcoin. It's becoming a bit much. Yep. So I'm almost getting tired of the word.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's a really good, we've seen in the past, I know you've created a really good video on, the crypto, bull run playbook. What does that look like, and what are we going to see next? Like, what are you thinking?
For sure. So crypto bull runs always follow the same pattern. Bitcoin pumps first, and that's where we are right now. So we've seen Bitcoin break through 50K. It just broke through 60K. It's seen strong resistance at 60K. And I think the move from Bitcoin here is just continue on upward. So Bitcoin pumps first, then Ethereum will pump. Ethereum always follows Bitcoin as basically, the Robin to Bitcoin's Batman, number 2, always. And then it goes to large cap altcoins, then slowly down to mid cap altcoins, and then down to small cap altcoins. So it filters down from the top. The money flows slowly but gradually, and then all of a sudden into the mids and the small caps, and that's done.
Right. That is what we have seen before. So
that's it.
In theory, it should happen again.
It should. It might not. I feel like the timeline could be different. You never know if it's going to happen right away or slowly or gradually, whatever. But I think in some way, shape, or form, we're going to see that happen. So what I want to know from you is, let's go through our top large cap picks, or at least one, top mid cap pick and top small cap pick. Tell me why you like it. We can go through from the large to the mid to small, and maybe you guys can do some research on these as well. These are the projects that we love. Doesn't mean you're going to love them, but just for examples. Yeah,
maybe leave some comments in the section below the video here, and let us know what you're liking, and maybe you want to hear us talk about it on the podcast here.
Yeah, for
on
sure.
BeanPod.
For sure.
I mean, if you look at the chart behind us, we got Bitcoin is 1% on the 24-hour, and Ethereum is at 8% on the 24-hour. Not necessarily indicative that Ethereum is now surpassing Bitcoin. So let's not take that.
No.
But in terms of large caps, I kind of have my eye on maybe some exchanges. Maybe something like Binance or Uniswap.
Yep.
The money is going to have to get onto the exchanges. So let's say, Joe Smith is making his money on his Bitcoin, and he is doing something that we've just talked about, which is dollar cost averaging out.
Yeah, Joe would do that.
Yeah, he would, definitely. So would Dave and Sally, etc. So he's going to need to take that money out of Bitcoin, and he's going to want to buy some of these large caps and some of these mid caps. So it has to go onto an exchange to go and get some of these.
Yep.
So my thinking is that maybe the Binance, the BNB coin, the Uniswap, some of these other tokens and these coins that are sitting in the top 10 to 20 on coin market cap with the high market caps. Yep. So that's kind of where I'm thinking the money has to flow into the exchanges.
Yep.
Those exchanges are going to collect the fees. In theory, I think we see some pumps there.
Yeah, I like it. I think the exchanges as kind of the gatekeepers to the crypto industry, as everyone FOMOs in, which we're going to see over the next 3 to 4 months, they're going to see a huge run. So, Uniswap being the Ethereum exchange, decentralized exchange, you're going to see a huge volume there. Binance as well. I like it.
Yeah.
Personally, one of my favorite large caps is Solana. It's kind of gone crazy over the last year from, an after ran mid small cap altcoin. Now it's, in the top 15 or 10 or whatever it is. The reasons I like Solana, just for my personal use, we've seen the rise of NFT marketplaces. When you want to buy an NFT, you got to pay the fucking gas fees on Ethereum, and it's crazy. You're spending $100 per transaction. Well, then all of a sudden these Solana NFT marketplaces came through, and the gas fees are basically zero, maybe 50 cents. The transactions happen immediately. Whereas on Uniswap or Ethereum, you may have to wait 20 minutes, or sometimes it fails and you pay the gas fee anyway. It's crazy. There's just so many immediate advantages I see to Solana.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know some people say it's less centralized, but at the end of the day, I'm okay with that. So basically for me, Solana, it's a newer, faster, slightly improved version of Ethereum that now we're seeing all these different projects are launching on Solana. The launch pads are there, the exchanges are there, the wallets are there. It's all happening on Solana. Mass adoption is coming for that blockchain. So it's always going to be one of my top 5 bags in my portfolio. So once I see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, 100%.
Definitely. I mean, there's a lot of people who are, Ethereum maxis who, are maybe looking to Ethereum 2.0 versus Solana.
Yep.
Maybe that's a topic for another.
That's a topic for another day because, don't hold your breath on that one.
Exactly.
But you never know. You never know. Look, I have a massive bag of Ethereum too. You got to diversify. But in terms of large caps, I love Solana. So, all right, we saw Bitcoin, Ethereum, the money moves into large caps, then the money flows into mid caps. To be honest, the mid caps is probably like my favorite part of the crypto.
Oh man,
that's the real meaty part. Yeah. There's just so many great projects and names in there that I love to invest in. It's hard to pick one. Why don't you go ahead?
Man, I've been a really big believer in Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR.
That's a gem.
It's an alternative to the blockchain. It's a patent technology, the Hashgraph technology that they have. But what really sells me on this particular project is the governing council. I know it's centralized, it's not fully decentralized, but they, IBM, Google, Boeing, like that is just incredible.
Yeah.
When you have a project with that type of backing, and from my understanding is they have a governing council now, it's to make it work properly, to develop this ecosystem, and then it will become decentralized in time.
Right.
And what other project receives a $5 billion investment to make its ecosystem better?
That's insane.
That's nuts.
They get a $5 billion ecosystem investment and the market cap is around the same.
Yeah. That's a safe place for me personally.
100%.
That's where I have a good portion of my money sitting at the moment.
I agree with you 100%. I think that can go easily over $1, multiple dollars possibly in this bull run. So, keep your eye on taking profits and dollar cost averaging out of that one as it goes to the fucking moon.
I will.
Yeah, 100%. For me, mid cap that I've been investing in for a while now and I love is Quant. I mean, it shares similarities in HBAR that it's it's working with enterprises. So basically what Quant is, it's a blockchain that connects all other ledgers or blockchains. I think that is something that everyone can relate to. It's basically taking all the projects and it's being the centralized or decentralized network that's connecting them all. If you go on the website, it says that they're aimed at enterprises, governments, and individuals. And when I'm investing in crypto, I do like to sometimes lean towards the ones that are working with enterprises. It gives an instant legitimacy to their project. The ones that can potentially work with governments. I mean, we haven't seen really any of the governments working with blockchain projects to come to the forefront, but it's coming. It's 100% coming. So something that's connecting all the blockchains. I think they're already partnered with Oracle. They've worked with NVIDIA. I think they might even, So 2 of the biggest tech companies in the world. They're aimed at enterprise, aimed at government. Quant, we have to be honest, it's gotten really popular over social media. It's seen a massive rise in the past 6 months, but I think we're only getting started. So Quant is always one of my biggest holdings, in my top 10 for sure when it comes to mid caps. Like HBAR, also one of my top holdings. You can't really go wrong with either of those projects.
Like they're both great. They both solve a problem, and that is stuff that I like to look for as well. It's what problem are they solving? What is the use case? It's not just a brand name.
For sure.
It's doing something. Yeah. And it will do something. We're a little bit early.
Yeah. We are very early.
It's like something like 90 some odd % of the world like they're not invested in crypto yet.
No.
So we are very early.
Very early. You always have to remind yourself that. It's like, we are so early, even though you see things, you might miss the boat on this project, or this project's already ballooned to this market cap, but think of where it's going to be in 5, 10, 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Especially, I think we think it's early too, is because we surround ourselves with other people who talk about crypto and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
for
it's
sure.
like, when you're surrounded by all these people who know crypto, it's like, oh man, this thing's been going on forever.
Yeah.
But no,
It's the sounding board effect. Like when you're on Twitter and you only see the fucking people that are talking about the same shit as you.
Exactly.
Yep, for sure.
So then we moved to our small caps. What are you looking at there?
Small caps, look, small caps is the Wild West. We got to be honest. There's shit projects, there's shit coins, but then there's also unbelievable gems that I still can't believe are small caps. Like, how is the market cap under $1 billion? I have no idea. And then you see some of the products that are market caps over $1 billion that are just complete trash. So yeah, look, I could talk all day about small caps, and I'm sure we will in the future. Definitely be doing multiple episodes on just small caps. And before we talk about small caps, our picks, we should just talk about the appeal of small caps. Low market cap, high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
So, a coin with $100 million market cap that you think is great, that's where you could possibly see the 10x, 50x, 100x, 1,000%, 1,000x, like crazy gains because the market caps are small. However, because the market caps are so small, they're much riskier.
Right.
So, I'm not putting in as much in the small caps, depending on what your risk tolerance is.
They're almost like the penny stocks of the crypto world.
For sure. Yeah. The penny stocks is like the shit coins or the micro cap cryptos.
Exactly. Yeah. So you need to be careful of these ones for sure. But there are some hidden gems out there.
There are gems out there. One that I really love and I've been invested in for a while now is called GameStarter. They are an NFT and blockchain based video game launchpad.
Right.
So they invest in, develop, and launch NFT play to earn blockchain video games. I think this is the future of the video game industry. Every game has its own ecosystem, its own token, its own coin. Everything in the games are NFTs. So your sword, your shield, your character, the map, everything is tradable by, you have a portfolio of items, there's a marketplace. It's a whole world. And I mean, this has been going on with, games like World of Warcraft have had the items forever, but they were never NFTs. It's not trackable. The price is going up and down. There's a marketplace. This is a whole new world of video games, and you can play these games and you earn.
Yeah.
Axie Infinity.
That's so cool.
People are making fucking $5,000 a month.
That's crazy.
In places in areas of the world where there is no income. So look, I see a massive opportunity for these NFT and blockchain games. GameStarter, it was launched by DAOmaker, who is one of the best launch pads out there. I work with them. GameStarter came to my knowledge through them. I invested in GameStarter. I've already seen the projects that GameStarter has, the video games. I love it. So that's my small cap gem that I want to talk about today.
Love it.
Yep.
That's a good one. I mean, NFTs right now are just expensive JPEGs, but when they start getting into the video games and look at the video game market and how big it is and how expansive it is, especially when you can maybe bring an NFT from one game to another game,
For sure.
that would be crazy.
100%.
Like from Call of Duty into Fortnite.
Yeah. Cross game swaps in NFT marketplaces. Like, it's going to happen.
It is going to happen.
It's only a matter of time.
It is.
It's going to change the entire video game industry. The smart people are into it. I saw Steam just banned blockchain crypto games.
Right.
Don't think that's going to go well for them. Someone else is going to pick it up. I don't know.
I don't know about that decision.
Yeah, banning anything sort of crypto, that's not going to go well for
No,
you.
it's
just not. Like, China, they love to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well. No. You should own it because this is the new thing. So yeah. Well, what about you? What's your small cap gem?
I'm really into vector space.
Yeah.
VXV. It's it's using AI and machine learning to find hidden relationships in data. They're going through thousands upon thousands of peer-reviewed articles to create these hidden relationships that you wouldn't be able to find otherwise. Think about how much time that takes to go through all this information. Now you can have a computer doing it, and that's going to give companies such a competitive advantage. I'm not sure if you know this or if you saw this, but they had a talk at the Chicago Trading Show. They got to present in front of a $1 trillion audience. S&P, Morningstar. These are big companies that are going to end up using this type of technology.
Yeah,
I like to view it as it's a big data analytics, maybe like a crypto version of Palantir, if you will.
Which is a company I love for sure.
Yeah. And I love the tokenomics. I love the fact that, it has a low circulating supply. The max supply, I think, is 50 mil or so. And the idea is that they're going to be using the revenue for buybacks. That circulating supply will eventually become lower and lower. Simple, high demand, low supply. In theory, this one should do well. especially when they're spearheading the machine learning AI movement. Like,
Yep, 100%. I agree. I think that just like the stock market applications, the financial applications, the medical research applications, you know, they're processing all these data things and spitting out recommendations on medical research. Like that is, it's next level. I own VXV. I love VXV. And yeah, I think I agree with you 100% on that one.
I'm looking forward to that. And the fact that it's just hovering around that low market, it's like, come on, I know that thing is gonna,
that thing's 10x for sure.
Yeah, as long as management can do their thing.
Yeah.
You know, all these projects, it does come down to execution.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Like anything. Yeah.
You know, you can have the best marketing in the world, you can have the best idea, but if people aren't utilizing it and if the follow through isn't there, then it's going to go kaput.
That's it. Execution is 100%.
The team matters.
Well, I think it's going to be an exciting 4 months at least. So, you know, we're here in October now. Look, I'm super excited. I think, you know, we've been building up to this time ever since the mini crash in May. We had the people calling for Bitcoin going to 5,000. Crypto's fucking done, but we knew this was coming. We've been building at this time.
We have.
I'm super excited for the next 4 months, but it's all about taking the knowledge of those projects we just talked about, combining it with the things we talked about at the start of the podcast, right?
Yep. That's, you know, not foaming, not doing the FOMO, dollar cost averaging, having a plan, doing all those things.
It's hard sometimes not to get emotional. The euphoria of having a successful investment is something else. It's a rush.
Yeah.
But again, you have to bottle that up and just apply yourself and, you know, keep track of your investments, take the profits, reinvest into the projects you like down further in the sector, take the large caps, mid caps, small caps. And, you know, we just went through this framework. That's not exactly how it works. It's not that easy. You can't just sell your Bitcoin at the top, go into Ethereum, sell your Ethereum at the top, go to the large caps. It's never that easy. What I do is I already own all these companies.
Exactly.
But I might start taking my profits from the top and dollar cost averaging out and then dollar cost averaging down the ladder,
right?
Rolling the profits down from Bitcoin to Ethereum to my large caps, to my mid caps, to my small caps. And then when you see that bull run come to an end, which it will, take most out and create that bag and maybe go to stocks or chill with it or whatever. You know, go shopping.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
And each time you're rolling that money, you might be using a Binance or a Uniswap.
There you go. It all comes back to the Binance and the Uniswap. I love it. All right. Well, I think that's a good preview of what the next 4 months are going to hold. Yeah. So let's keep our fingers crossed for those projects. Definitely. I know they're going to fucking kill it.
Yeah. Appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Awesome. See you guys.
Bye.